Good morning, children. Today we are going to do active and passive voice in future tense. Yesterday we did active and passive voice in present and past. We will be proceeding with the same topic along with some exceptional rules. Let us take a quick feedback of what we did yesterday at point number 106, page 54. Let us discuss the rules of active and passive voice through mapping. In simple present tense, active has got V1 plus S or ES, which changes into is MR plus past participle form. Then in past we had V2, which changed into was were plus past participle form. Today we'll be doing future, which has will shall plus V1 in simple, which will change into will shall plus B plus V3. In continuous tense, we had present plus is MR plus V1 plus ing, which changed into is MR plus being plus past participle, that is V3. In past, we had was were plus V1 plus ing, which changed into was were plus being plus past participle form of the verb. The children, you are to remember one thing, that future continuous does not have active and passive voice. Now coming to perfect, we had has have plus past participle in perfect, which changed into has have plus been plus past participle. The past had plus past participle form of the verb, which changed into had been plus past participle, that is V3. In future, it will have will shall plus have plus V3, which will change into will shall plus have plus been plus V3. That is the past participle form of verb. Let us see some exercises related to future tenses. But before that, we have to make sure that we know that I and we have shall as the helping verb, and rest of the subjects, whether they are any personal pronoun or any noun, will have will. So let us start with our first sentence. We shall pardon her. Who? We. So subject, one line. Shall pardon is the action word. So verb. Whom? Her. So it is object, three lines. Now the rule here is object plus helping verb will shall plus be plus V3 plus by plus subject. And the answer will be she will be pardoned by us. Similarly, in sentence 2, they will help us with money. Who? They. Subject. Will help, action word, so verb. Whom? Us. So object. With money is the extension which will remain the same. The rule being same, will answer the question, we shall be helped by them with money. Future continuous does not have passive and active. Therefore, we are going to change it into perfect. I shall have written the letter. I is the subject. Shall have written is the verb. The letter is the object. So, the rule here is object plus helping verb will, shall, plus have, plus been, plus V3, plus by, plus subject. And the answer is going to be the letter will have been written by me. Similarly, in your sentence 4, you shall have heard this news already. Here already is the extension which will remain the same. And the answer will be the news will have been heard by you already. Let us see one example in interrogative sentence. Will the postman deliver the letter? Will be placed before the subject, because it is a question mark sentence, that is an interrogative sentence. So in passive rule, helping verb will come before the object. So the rule will be helping verb, that is will shall plus object plus be plus V3 plus by plus subject. And the answer will be will the letter be delivered by the postman, and at the end you have to put a question mark. Children, see your point number 108. When a transitive verb has two objects, either the direct or the indirect object, they both can be used as the subject. Now the question arises, what is a direct object? What is an indirect object? A direct object answers to question what whereas an indirect object answers to question whom. Let us make it clear using some examples. I was lent 10 rupees by Raman. Now in this sentence, 10 rupees answers to question what? So it is a direct object. And whom? Raman. So it is an indirect object. And in sentence 2, I taught him English. Whom? Him. So whom is the indirect object and English what is the direct object. So this can be answered in two ways. You can use him as the object. He was taught English by me. Or you can use English as the object. English was taught to me by him. It is correct both ways. At your point number 109, children, you will see prepositional object may also become the subject. Now let's see what is a prepositional object. You are noticing laughed at her. So in such sentences where the prepositions are given, they are to be placed the same way. They is the subject. Laughed at will become your verb and her will become your object. So the answer is going to be she was laughed at has to be placed the way it is. She was laughed at by them. Similarly, they knocked at the door. They, subject, knocked at, verb. The door becomes the object. The door was knocked at has to be placed the way it is. The door was knocked at by them. Now let us proceed with point number 110, which says passive voice may also be used with infinitives. Now you can notice this, children. They must do it at once. They is the subject. Must do is the verb. It is the object. At once is the extension. Now we'll take it in the beginning. It must be done. Be done becomes the infinitive. At once. Point number 111, children, says when the subject is unknown, it remains unexpressed. They made him general. Who? We don't know who they are, but we know that he was made a general by certain people. So we do not need to write the subject in passive tense. So the answer here will be they made him general. He was made general. We do not need to write by them. This can be omitted. They crowned him king. We know that he was crowned a king, but we don't know by whom. So we do not need to write by them. So the answer will be he was crowned king. That's it. We do not need to write by them. Someone has stolen my book. I know my book has been stolen, but I don't know by whom. So I'll be writing my book has been stolen. Come to your point number 112, children. Below are given some different examples of active and passive voice. Just see. Who taught her French? We again have got two subjects, direct and indirect both. So we can take both as the answers. But here the change is that who is in the question. So who always changes into by whom. Because it is past, so the helping verb is going to be was. By whom was? We can say she taught French. Or it can also be answered as by whom was French taught to her. It can be both ways. See the next. Why did your father refuse such an honorable job? Again, did is the helping verb in past. Your father is the subject. Refuse is the main verb in past. Such an honorable job is the object. So why will remain at its place. Why? Did V2 will change into was. Why was object such an honorable job? Refused by your father. And at the end we are to put a question mark. The English expected to conquer Berlin. Now when we have this phrase expected to, we answer it with it. It was expected by whom? By the English. What was expected? That they would conquer Berlin. So it was expected by the English that they would conquer Berlin. See the next sentence, children. They sold many tickets at the gate. Who? They. So, subject. Sold is the verb. What? Many tickets. At the gate is the extension. So, it will be placed the same. Many tickets were sold. We do not need to write they or by them because we do not know who certainly they are. So, many tickets were sold at the gate. Now, see the next sentence. You surprised me. You is the subject. Surprise is the action verb. Me is the object. Me will change into I. Because it is in present tense, so the helping verb is going to be am. I am surprised. We do not need to write you or by you. Note, the following examples require special attention. Now, in these sentences, the questions are in passive and the answer is going to be active. Just remember one thing, the subject in passive are missing. He was called a fool. We do not know by whom. So, in the active, we will add any of the subject of our choice. He was called a fool. I may say by them, by him, by her, by me. It can be any subject. So, the subject is to be written by us. They called him a fool. In the second sentence also, he was taught in his boyhood. Again, the subject in passive is missing. So, we will be doing the subject from our side. He was taught in his boyhood by somebody, by me, by his uncle, by his aunt. It can be any subject. So, somebody taught him in his boyhood. Now, keeping view of all the examples and the rules done, you will solve exercise 44, sentences 11 till 20. Thank you.